plugged in. Yes, it is. That's great. I was doing jumping jacks while we were on break. So I thought maybe it wasn't plugged in. But it is, Dan. It is. I'm plugged in. I'm all the way in.
I wondered if mine was even on, but I think it is, because I can hear myself. So.
I can hear you too, Dan.
That's good.
So it seems both our mics are connected. So it's time for the Score Esports pre-game breakdown very quickly. It's Overpass. CLG have 2 subs. End of the breakdown.
Yeah, pretty much.
Speaking of the Score Esports, Dan,
have
also, you installed the application on your phone, Dan? It is available on the Google Play Store or iOS App Store. I installed it today.
But I basically said yes.
During the long break of our first game in North America, I actually was like, oh, I'm going to have a look at this. It's really cool. It tells you exact round you're on, the score, obviously. I have more delving to do into the app itself, Dan.
Okay, I think, yeah.
But the score does, in fact, Dan, tell you the score. That's very important.
Score Esports tells you the score.
It does indeed.
Esports. All right, so as far as this match goes, TSM, okay, we're into the pistol, which is great. But TSM, I mean, even if they haven't done all the homework on Overpass, they just have to apply the same approach. Just keep it simple, keep it risk-free, or as risk-free as you can. Obviously, you always have to take risks, and you should be good in this matchup. But JDM is always going to be dangerous. You know, Tarik and Cutler, if they're going off, always dangerous. Still man in the right position, and Ru as well, showing some prowess with those weapons. But it's going to be the first player down here for the CLG side. Make that 3 players down for them. Tarik, he has a candle at the end of his name. And there is Ru. What is that a picture of? Not even sure, but now he's dead.
So, Tarik he's walking slowly down because he doesn't want the light to go out in the candle. Like a candle in the wind. Well, he's doing very, very well here. Patient play, and FNS has been dispatched off. So it's Tarik versus Twistzz to see who gets off to a good start in this second game of the best of 3. Oh my god, the 180 in the face. Tarik's like, oh, get wrecked. 3K for him. That was a juicy frag indeed. Remove the candle, sir. You are definitely alive.
That is definitely quite sad for TSM. I mean, sometimes that just happens. I mean, Tarik is I would say Tarik is probably the best player for a pistol round on CLG. Generally speaking, from all the stuff that I've seen of him, you know, he's the guy that could really go ham, like kind of like Forest, you know, for NIP in that sense with pistols. But yeah, he really showed it there, and there's nothing you can do in a pistol round. Sometimes you just get tapped in the face, and that's it. And we're going to see the force buy from TSM. This is super cool because they got the bomb down. And you know, typically a team will save one, fully save, go for the AKs in the following round. But if you have a force buy like this, it tells you the team has a plan. But that sucks for Sick. He got tagged down really heavily there. He's got a lot of nades. He's going to want to use those nades before he dies. So let's see what positions TSM can find themselves in before they commit players to death.
Yeah, we got quite the rotation coming in here from the CTs as well. They've got one person in B who appears to be maybe rotating. We'll see if TSM are brave enough to take a step back here because all the players are coming in now. LILMAN with a 2-man, LILMAN with a 2-man, leaving 2 TSM players. So this force is not really working out as intended here for TSM. They've taken down 1 player, so minimum damage as well, and obviously they won't have the AK for the next round. No plant to boot, so this will be an eco round for the Ts.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those spots where you feel like if you have the good round, that, okay, we're going to guarantee the planet at the very least and like a 2 or 3 frags. And if that happens, they'd be in a spot right now where they could absolutely force buy again to just try to crush CLG straight away, keep the pressure up. And even if they lose a round, if that same thing happens, every time it gets better for them and worse for the other team because their bonus goes up all the time. But anyway, push comes in, and it's a bit of a firing range, I'm afraid to say, for TSM.
Oh no!
That was negligible damage. All right, well, FNS will find a finishing blow there anyway. So CLG with a more or less clean round. And they'll be looking to compound their strength and go from strength to more strength now that the AWP is on JDM. He is going to be pretty important. Last time TSM found good ways to shut JDM down on the T side of Cash. Will they be able to do so on Overpass? We shall see.
Going for the early aggressive peek, and for some reason SEMPHIS is going to go back and have a look. and he will be punished for doing so.
Cool thing there is that JDM, I don't know if you like checked his reticle, but the way that he did that shot was that he spotted the shoulder of SEMPHIS, and he waited for a wide peek. He didn't actually move his crosshair at all, and just let SEMPHIS like move into it. That was very cool from JDM because it's a fast shot. Shows you experience.
Ooh.
Heuristics at work.
JDM and LILMAN have been taken down very quickly in response to the second frag coming in for CLG, which puts the CTs in quite a predicament here. Over a minute on the clock, and this is a bit of an awkward situation for them. We see Ru just moving away as autimatic starts to slide in, and Tarik's going to get taken down. Ru up top's going to trade though, while moving in towards B, where both the Ts remain. So we'll see how FNS manages to get off the site itself. Got smokes flying in. That's a nice juice board here. We'll look at the money on the CTs. It is good for some, not so much for others.
Yeah, that's dope.
This might be quite an off angle. I don't think the CTs will check it from this particular approach, and indeed they won't. So Cutler knows where he is now, and he will trade 1 versus 1. We've got Twistzz versus Cutler. Cutler's going to have to look for this player. No hero diffuse coming in. Twistzz looks like a non-believer, looks like a believer. Oh, the timing though, Cutler gets taken down. So TSM get their first round on the board here. We'll look at the money on the CTs. It is good for some, not so much for others.
Yeah, that was a very, very important one for TSM to pick up straight away. Try to get themselves in this one. And so the only thing that they need to do now is to string them together. And this is, of course, a very important round just due to the fact that the loser will eco. So it's kind of worth 2, depending on how well the winning team plays the anti-eco, but or anti-quasi, whatever it'll be. But either way, let's see how TSM play this. They've got a lot of pressure towards the A-long area. In fact, they are sending the entire team towards A-long. This is super interesting right now because it's obviously, again, a kind of strategy that TSM have in the books, in the strat books. A nice little pop flash there from LILMAN, although it bounced so many times, perhaps they were able to hear that one and look away in time. JDM missing the flick, unfortunately for him, giving his position away. Now this is super cool because with JDM being there, they probably would have expected him to be playing A from the site or something like that. So now they know that they can get onto the site really fast because they've pushed past JDM already because he's stuck in connector. He can't come out, and now they just have to get onto the site ASAP. There's 2 players here to defend. Oh no, that volley's not going to be good, and oh my god, the double frag. Teammate goes down there, but Twistzz, everyone is going to die in the wake of Twistz's entry.
Beautiful.
And what is that? Just the wall bang into the face of JDM, and Twistzz going absolutely nuts. Killing everyone, James. Teammate, friend or foe, he's a guy that who probably just shouts friend or foe and kills you no matter what you say, James.
Sometimes you gotta get a bit of collateral damage, Dan. As long as you achieve the main objective.
Yeah, sometimes it is actually really important to just kill, like the dude.
Someone.
Take the shot.
Yeah.
Take the shot.
Well, fast play from TSM now into the B bomb site. We've got Tarik a bit stuck on short B here, but doesn't seem to have been spotted by the team just yet. Down goes Ru though in the CT water. What can Tarik do now? Trying to cause some offense with the P250, but it won't be the case. So Cutler alone with the USP instead, and that is 3-3. TSM quickly catch up to the score of CLG.
Do you know what that was, James?
Sausage rolls.
It was an anti-eco round.
Oh.
By TSM. That's really nice that they actually played a fast run into B. You can see, the approach. That was a classic and one of the classic overpass anti-ecos. So, talking about that structure, what the bootcamp may have added, or rather the team house may have added, it seems like something's been added, whether it's team house related or not. There is definitely more structure from TSM. Now it's going to be interesting to see how they decide to play this run. I'm quite curious from the strategies that they pick, as they aren't the team with stand-ins. They are the team that's been working hard. And there is the smoke from Twistzz. Where does that one go, Mr. James? Is that for the barrels?
The barrels, if he stands in front of that barrel and goes to the top of the striped spire, that would land on the site to help
to
plant the bomb.
Block water?
No, it just like there's a rail on the end of the site itself.
Okay.
And it goes in the corner, which allows you to plant. So from down there,
okay,
this
so
is
for
a
water.
bit of an ultra one, yeah.
that water vision.
So a bit of a wall there, but there is a gap in the wall, and Cutler's going to get shot through that gap. 2 men left here for CLG, so it's all falling apart once more. The dog is running through the Jenga dam. It's all over the place. It's all over the shop. It's a damn mess.
Wow. And again, we see a delayed opener into a quick set piece onto the B bomb site, and they take the round. Is this the same TSM? What is this? That's great. That's great to see that. A lot of teams, I think, would probably not bank on getting the A round in there, but perhaps if they're afraid of just running into, well, I guess they shouldn't be afraid of running into AWPs, but that's a good round if you are afraid of the AWPer on long. Which some teams, they can find that they'll be, maybe consistently losing out against a strong, a strong overpass team that's got a variety of setups towards the A side of the map with a strong AWPer that can be very hard to deal with sometimes, to be honest, unless you know all the right pop flashes and how to take positions correctly. And well, either way, TSM 4 rounds now against CLG's 3, and the buy is not good for CLG. They don't really have much to show for themselves, of course. It is a save. And LILMAN did save his gun, so he'll have something, but how will CLG work their way into damage on this round? Onto the TSM side, I wonder.
Time will tell. You see it's a bit of a stack here in Connector. Kind of like apps on Inferno, if you will, when you're on an anti-eco. I think if you're going to have short players, if you're going to have players in short B, then you often want somebody in Connector just holding an angle on the door itself. So if the CTs try to pincer your teammate, you can help them out. LILMAN going to get taken down towards long. Smart stuff so far. Again, with 5 AKs, you've got to be careful walking through. I don't think this is a good idea. Autimatic is just creeping now, and indeed he's going to get taken down. So 1 player in Connector on his own. I don't know why you would do that on an anti-eco, because you're playing close quarters. You have no choice but to play close quarters. That's why Inferno apps is so rare in this kind of situation. 3 versus 3 now. Cutler's got an AK, a CZ in play as well. Those are 2 very dangerous weapons. Obviously the P250 can put in work. So, plant, Friesen plant as well. Cutler gets taken down. There goes the AK for a second, but he did have a teammate close. I think JDM was trying to grab it, but that Molotov will ward him off. Oh no, he managed to get it actually, excuse me. And it seems he may be, no, he's not going for the safe. He's still coming in for the push here. JDM versus 2. It's 0 versus 2.
It really looks like TSM put in a lot of work, to be honest. They're playing some good, decent Counter-Strike, to be honest, right now. And this is actually, I think, at the start of the series, I said what I really wanted to see was exactly, some of the stuff we've seen from TSM, where all the stuff that they've been putting into practice to be like a good team, playing team Counter-Strike, and the good fundamentals of Counter-Strike. I wanted to see that in this match executed well. And so far they're showing us the work that they've put in and the structure that they've put in. And it looks like they want to go for a walk through the monster tunnel. There's Rue close though, flash out, that will deliver his position, the information of his position. He'll get traded upon. Tarik instantly dropped there by the barrel position. Now that is going to be very annoying for CLG because they've got to go for the retake now. Not really having, the defensive players not having really inflicted enough damage. So it's going to have to be down to players such as LILMAN to work their way in then. That is what they'll begin to do. Autimatic will lose his life. Dispatched, sent back to the bench now as this goes for a 3 versus 3, but Twistzz is up to the task, taking down Cutler by water. He's got support in sick now. Oh, so rather, sorry, support in, is that FNS or SEMPHIS? One of the two. One of the other 2 players on this defense. It is FNS. Thank you, Mr. Observer Sliggy Man. Mr. Sliggy Man. He's not just Sliggy James, he's Sliggy Man.
Well, all right then.
I'm just delirious, losing it.
JDM saving the AWP is important for CLG. Again, what a flurry of rounds here from TSM. That's just a flurry of rounds. 6 rounds. CLG a bit shell-shocked at the moment. Yeah,
I mean, what we just saw was we saw a contact play through Monster into the B-bomb site. Previous round was just slowly taking control towards A, which they've done a few times, a bit more of a default. than the previous round to that. We see, one of the ways that they win the round is like a B set piece. They have a lot of variety in the rounds in which they're playing, but they're all planned, James. They're not like, let's just run out and see if we can get some kills and then call in the mid round. They actually have planned start to finish, which is good. Let's see. We might get some aggression here if CLG want to take away Suez, but it comes at risks. Let's see if the risk is numerous. If there is risk to be had. So they take it for free, more or less. But in comes a lot of players, and Ru makes his presence known, but it is favorable for TSM. TSM keep getting the better of these trades.
Yeah, they need to be wary of this CZ from Cutler, though. He is playing close quarters with them. SEMPHIS, I don't know if Cutler's got a trajectory of that, but a flash comes in for the wrong angle there, and Cutler will take autimatic down. 2 plays on short B, and maybe Cutler can retrieve that weapon. Still 2 over towards A, but 1's rotating towards B, as TSM seem to be abandoning. All CLG hear the sound cues there. They've still got 2 people stuck on the B bomb site, but they should hear this running from toilets from downstairs. Those walls are very close to each other, and you can see the full rotation coming in for the CTs. But will it come fast enough? LILMAN on the site, flashes coming in. SEMPHIS to take him down. Had a long spray there, but just didn't get a kill. There goes Cutler as well, leaving JDM alone versus 3, and that is nothing to shake a stick at. He is entirely capable of bringing it back. The bomb not planted yet. Down goes SEMPHIS as well, leaving FNS alone versus JDM. FNS coming in for the flank now, but he needs to be fast because JDM is JDM, unfortunately for FNS.
Yeah, and one thing to note is just generally the amount of ult frags that JDM has been able to get in this series. Because the style that TSM is playing is basically, okay, we're playing it slow and deliberate. We're going to use grenades to stop the ult from having pick opportunities. Then we're going to take a bomb site. Yeah, and then good luck using an AWP when there's smokes up and when we've got the bomb site. They just put the AWPs into the worst position with a style of play like that. That's why it's so good against an individually styled team, as any team would be with stand-ins. But TSM, they've been denying opportunity for CLG to use JDM, and again with the stand-ins, CLG haven't been able to get much opportunity to find JDM into good positions to make frags or to use the AWP or to play aggressively, because playing aggressively with the AWP, that relies on having teammates that can support you correctly. And again, if the knowledge is not there for that combo, then you're going to have a trouble. But here it is. Oh, that was stunningly fast from JDM. See you later, Twistzz. Now SEMPHIS, can he get a return? Will JDM even bother to re-peek? Ooh, that looked like he was actually on there. The SEMPHIS must have been pixels off, in fact. FNS finds the support of LILMAN. But JDM, this guy, he cannot put a foot wrong.
Yeah, takes on the bomb carrier as well, which is lots of information for the CTs. And here comes Cutler with the flank. JDM now gets taken down by Celik. We've got T streaming all over the place. I say that there's only 2 of them left, and that bomb still needs to be retrieved. Still being protected though by Cutler. Holding an angle towards 6th position. 35-second definite clock. The longer it takes the T's to retrieve the bomb here, the more likely it is that they're going to go to the A site. And his shadow will give his position away as well. And he will get taken down relatively easily, leaving autimatic alone. 20 seconds left on the clock here. So this round is becoming unwinnable for autimatic, and there it is. I don't think he can pick up the bomb and make it to the site on time, all things considered. Can't do any more damage either. He will get taken down. TSM's lead, is reduced to 1.
And it's all because of JDM. He basically won the last 2 rounds for them in many senses, able to... that first kill onto Twistzz was just so fast. I'm not sure if he was even... He might have just been blind as well when he took the shot, which is why it, to us would look so amazing. But ooh, we get the anti fast Suez take Molotov there, but there's no spray down. Oh, there you go. Looks like SEMPHIS gets a pick onto Tarik. But what will happen? What is the response from TSM? Do they commit into the B set piece? It's like they really want this. They got their setup on Suez and on Monster, and there go the nades. Ru's got a lot to deal with right now.
Yeah, short pushes and long pushes at the same time. Got to go for a full spray because he needs his bullet. Oh, Celik's going to get the position first. Ru was blind, gets taken down. Trey's coming back in for both sides. This is absolute mayhem now. 3 versus 2 with the 2 CTs rotating into the side. The bomb's not down just yet, so they've got time to play with. Bomb's still not down, but I think there will be a bit of a giveaway as to one of the plays is. See the noise of the collision with the fire. I believe that was SEMPHIS. Angle picked by JDM, but it's not going to pay off for him. 3 versus 1 now, and LILMAN has looks like he's been ordered. Maybe, I think he, well, 1 versus 3, make it 1 versus 2. Can LILMAN clutch it for his brethren, for CLG? The HG's coming in. Ooh, SEMPHIS hasn't got much HP to survive these kind of nades. There's a second one. FNS gonna hold on though.
Dude, LILMAN is dangerous.
LILMAN almost all the way, but not quite.
His name is very unsuspecting. It's just LILMAN. But LILMAN sometimes eats the I don't know what the like the 1-up mushrooms or whatever from Mario. He's got a bunch of those. He becomes the big man, goes for the big man plays. But we're going to see this 5-7 now. So CLG have scraped together a more respectable scoreline. TSM showing every capability to understand how to play a more structured game style, especially against the pistols. And that is a situation CLG find themselves in. Just pistols. Although I say just, there are some nades in support as well as Kevlar and helmets. So they are deceptively strong, especially from positions such as this. Close range with that 5-7 from JDM. And TSM looking to push their way in slowly now to deal with these positions, but a molly would be very useful here. There's a flashbang. Will that be good enough? Headshot angle there for JDM. The peek comes in. Can be awkward, but he does get dealt with. 44 health on 6, so only losing a total of 66 there.
Yeah, those tunnel pushes on the force buys and anti-ecos are somewhat dangerous, and so is the amount of time left on the clock here by TSM with 4 players alive for CLG. We know what this means, especially in North America. It means carnage, uncertainty, bedlam, anarchy, and potential loss of a round.
56, by the way. Can't do math. All right, well, it's going to be a very interesting situation if TSM can pick up this round and get the momentum back. I wonder if we'll just see more set pieces from them. It's been quite successful. This is kind of what we were talking about before as well. JDM is so dangerous towards long that when he has the AWP in hand, that you got to expect TSM will just find those advantages towards B. A little bit of damage done there, but otherwise looking pretty good. If you're TSM anyway.
Yeah, because everyone's dead on CLG then.
Yeah. It's a definition of bad.
That's one definition, I suppose. So these are not good times for CLG. Not good times at all, but as we move into the closing stages of the first half, I do wonder what TSM's defense is going to be like on their CT side. And how many rounds do you think that TSM would need in order to have a very good chance of taking it?
I think they're on good track here. I mean, I think 10 is definitely very solid, but to hold that for just to see the execution here now as the anti-eco play comes in, and they've run this anti-eco play previously, so showing good cognizance of their opponent's economy, running the right rounds, like right tools for the right job essentially, right rounds for the right situation. Cutler's going to finish off. Sicky was quite low anyway, but it's only got a USB and no Kevlar. But yeah, you know, I think the 10-5 is quite possible for TSM if they get a nice cheeky set piece in, and it's as effective as it typically has been. Then I think they're going to be pretty good here. This map can be quite CT-sided, and let's not forget, it only tends to be CT-sided if you've got 2 teams that don't really know how to play that T-side super well. And I think CLG with 2 stand-ins, the T-side is going to be very hard indeed. Especially if they lose that pistol, you got to just count them out almost. Because I mean, JDM doesn't get an AWP if that happens, not anytime soon. But anyway, the important buy round here to give CLG that 6th round is in play, and JDM does not have an AWP. He's got an M4 at the moment. Let's see if he can be the impact player that they need.
Well, he will trade for LILMAN. Set M4. The trades continue now. See if Twistzz and so can get a solid lead. Cutler dancing behind the bomb boxes, and he will get taken down, left in the fire as well. Rue gets traded. Trades for the TSM side. 3 versus 1 for Tarik. We've seen madness before. Bomb doesn't get planted. Still lots of time though, and not many places for Tarik to hide. There are only 2 flashes and a smoke on these final 2 TSM players. SEMPHIS just holding presumably to the right of Optimus, and now over towards the left. So this way will Tarik go. Tries to get the follow-up frag, but makes not enough of a connection onto autimatic. 10-5.
I was really scared there that they would lose the round to a Tarik clutch just because there is no cover at all for the bomb to go down, because they were very, I mean, perhaps they really felt like the rotation was going to come from connector or something. I'm not sure, but I mean, typically the ideology as well is that if you get in a situation where it's a 2 versus 1 and the bomb's down and they're both of your Ts are in toilets, even in a 1 versus 1, that's really hard for the CT because he can't fake the bomb defuse basically, because to defuse the bomb you have to look down into the crate and the guy shoots you in the back. So it's very easy to see what the CT's doing, and it's quite a far distance, so you can't, by the time you try to run there to flush them out of the position, you've lost so much time that you might just lose because of the time anyway. It's like such a hard position. So I don't know if they're just just thinking too far ahead and in doing so not covering the planter in that way, but yeah, not covering the planter in that sense can be very scary. And either way, TSM with a 10-5 looking very good. All they have to do is close the pistol round and their chances are surely going to be insanely strong of taking this in a 2-0.
Well, using the range into the tunnel, lots of spam there from SEMPHIS. Got to be careful, there are only 2 magazines left for him, and there's still very early indeed in this pistol round. So some body shots coming in there, but the headshot finally comes in as well, and the T's are getting a bit aggressive. Twistzz taking down Ru, and CLG now maybe going for a bit of a plan B, the bomb moving away from the B-bomb site, as are the rest of the team. There are 3 CTs in short right now, and they've got control of connector with nobody currently upstairs, but I need to rotate fast because CLG are closing the distance advantage of these USPs. That said, they haven't got a single frag yet, CLG, and it's JDM versus 5. He won't get one either. So that is a disaster, a veritable disaster for CLG.
Yeah, I mean, again, the team with standards, if you're on the CT side, okay, you can put players in positions. You just got to play around this position. It can be very, very similar to playing on other teams. If you get the same position, you kind of know what to expect and how to play the setups and read the minimap. But in this kind of a spot with 2 standards, like, you won't necessarily know the right grenades for any strategies. How do you decide to work on the round? The pistol round's not even the issue, in fact, because you can just run into a site and just hope everyone hits their headshots. So once you have the buy, I'm still struggling to see how they will win these rounds against TSM. So here you go, the push comes into the B-bomb site from the CLG side, and so Cutler's going to pick up a frag, but the SMGs will do the damage. Although 1 versus 2, although 17 HP for Ru. So there's probably no way he gets bomb. Okay. Yeah, 12-5. TSM looking really good for the 2-0 right now.
Yeah, a bit of a shocking 2-0, but again, TSM playing essentially with, CLG essentially playing with 2 subs. LILMAN and Ru, because hazed has repeated VAC authentication errors, and because they are a member down on their permanent roster. So we have CLG moving quickly towards the party area. They have to run through the flames. Twistzz got to be careful though. He's down to 2 HP, and that's an M4 up close, and he hasn't been able to make an escape here. SEMPHIS might get traded as well. autimatic coming in though with some frags, and suddenly it's Tarik alone, and he's going to get finished off as well. We'll see. You can see the CT's looking for that M4 now, trying to upgrade the rifles, but 2 rifles. But yeah, Twistzz shot down to 2 HP, couldn't escape, was stuck by flashbang, gave up an M4 pretty early, but TSM managed to hold on. And now they find themselves 8 rounds ahead, 3 rounds away from a 2-0 over CLG.
In the words of Tupac, hold on, be strong. So let's see if they can do that. Ooh, I believe, James. Was that the intended destination?
I have no idea.
Because it does sort of not really... it does sort of, but not really do this. That's a great way to describe something. 3 stars for me. Ooh. Shot to the side there. Oh, okay. I thought that was a transfer, James. It wasn't.
That would be an exquisite that.
Yes, it would be.
But it wasn't, unfortunately, for the little man. So TSM, a man down now early, and they look pretty stretched going to gamble on it being A, I think, and they're going to be rotating to the wrong bomb site because it is indeed going to be B. FNS coming straight back when he hears us all quiet over there. Just holding an angle for his team. Flash is coming in, and he will get nothing. The autimatic is taking down the LILMAN. Still a man disadvantage here for TSM.
When you, yeah, they're not going for this retake. So when you said stretched, it reminded me suddenly of Stretch Armstrong. Do you remember that? Little...
I do, yeah. I can forget.
And that's like the worst fate, basically, because whenever you Stretch Armstrong was given to a kid because it was a kid's toy. I felt sorry for Stretch. Poor Stretch, man. Those kids, they push him to his limit, just trying to destroy him. That's basically what it is. Can I tear this guy's limbs off? That's basically what that toy is. The kids, what is that? Can I just pull his limbs off? Great. Good stuff. Well, I don't understand the allure of that toy. It's like
limb removing.
It just turns children into like a, I don't know, torture chamber equipment from the medieval times. Because that was a torture method. Anyway, very weird place to go to. My mind works in mysterious ways.
Speaking of torture methods, I looked up the meaning of the Bolton's flag in.
What, the flayed man?
Yeah, and I was just mortified and horrified at that.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of flaying in the show.
Let's just move on from that because that grossed me out to no end.
It is a pretty
I don't want to know.
Severe method of torture. So we shall see whether or not TSM can hold on with the double AWPs. Obviously, the setup's not perfect with a MAG, a UMP, and a P250, but if an AWP is in the right place and SEMPHIS, he is finding himself some cheeky positions. Oh, SEMPHIS, are you going to go for the repeat? No, he's not going to do it, so he's not going to find a frag onto JDM. Would have been a nice pick-off from the back and also would have caused a lot of threats to a flank, and that kind of that can always have people turning around looking at the flank in spots when they shouldn't be, and it can be very dangerous when you're pushing in, but it's Twistzz to find the first frag, and SEMPHIS, I think, made his presence known. They will be forced to smoke him off, and that's really unfortunate because he has a teammate there as well, so it's not just affecting SEMPHIS. Now two of them are fairly useless, and they don't have nades to really go through that with. They're going to have to just run through the smoke if they want to get out of the smoke. Will they do it? Will they go for it? I guess it depends on whether the teammates, FNS, autimatic and Co, can go for the push here, but they wait and then they push. The entries will follow. autimatic and Twistzz in there, looking for the follows. Oh, great shot there from SEMPHIS. Now just LILMAN against three players. TSM looking to hold on to this one, going for the defuse. Do they have time? Yes, they do. The kid is there, and 14 rounds for TSM. Really nice retake considering the position they were put in. And now they are just 2 away from taking out CLG. And CLG, they don't have the best money in the world. Their money could be said to suck. Because it sucks, James. It sucks.
Indeed it does. So, where will the CLG players go? 3 Tech 9s, an AK-47, and a Scout onto JDM. A Scoot. Times are hard. Life is difficult. Life is not funny today, Dan. If your name is CLG, it's not funny at all.
No.
It's not funny, it's not clever.
It's like the feeling that you have when you watch The Grave of Fireflies.
Don't know what
that's the opposite of fun, James. It's just pure sadness and despair.
Well, Twistzz off to a good start in round 21. That's one of the Tech 9s gone. Cutler looking to play at close quarters, but nobody is willing to engage him. CTSM playing towards the back. Oh, sit down, little man. He just got absolutely ruined. I don't know if he was carrying the bomb. It was collected in front of his body. So if it was seen by the CTs, which is what I'm wondering, that would explain the retreat of the CLG players. But really, what can they do? Well, that's something they can do.
What can they do?
That is brutal in itself.
Well, there it is. JDM can headshot people with the Scout.
It's right now, it's JDM versus the world. And they are running a scared of him. He's got a Scout.
Just kidding. That looks hilarious.
Running away.
So you guys are like, oh my god.
So now it's Tarik and 20 seconds and 6 to 15 as he saves his gun in the club.
That'd be like if you saw like a bunch of like WWE wrestlers who are actually really afraid of rodents or something. And there's like a mouse scurried into the room. And they're all jumping around James. But they're WWE wrestlers. They can just crush the mouse, James. They can just crush the mouse. Why are they afraid of it? Or like the elephant in the mouse. It's probably a better thing. Aren't elephants supposed to be afraid of rodents or something? I don't know.
I have no idea.
That's like a weird stereotype that was in cartoons, but I don't know.
If you were a rodent, why would you be anywhere near an elephant?
No.
That's just asking for trouble.
Gonna get stomped on.
Exactly.
I think it's just like a weird thing that came out of cartoons. I don't know why that's in my mind. Either way, if anyone knows elephants truly are fearful of rodents, please do inform me. So that information is useful. We have now the desperation push coming in from CLG. They don't have any money. They're now losing players rapidly. They're bleeding out from all areas. Looking like very hard times are beset upon the CLG players, and now it is going to be the end. The end of the line. CLG are going to be losing in 2-0 fashion to TSM, a team that has gone through a transformation, yes, but does this match do justice in any sense to CLG? No, it does not. I was, of course, 2 stand-ins, but it was a good test for TSM, because if you're going to be a team which has a new structure, this is the game that you use to win it, and that's what we saw.
Yeah, I mean, again, there's only so much we can say about the performance of CLG, considering they had 2 stand-ins. What can you really expect in a situation? No judgment on their performance at all, none whatsoever. So, yeah, I mean, based on that, there's not much to say. It was a great opportunity for TSM. They seized it. They won it. Solid 2-0, fast rounds. Job well done. We'll see. I mean, we'll see tougher tests for TSM going forward. So we'll see really where SEMPHIS and his team lie in the grand scheme of things. So we're going to end on the Corsair rapid fire.
But first,
excuse me.
First, remember, if you guys miss anything, you can always check out csgoleague.com, which is where we store all the matches, all the VODs and everything for the past games, and you can find out any news as well, and anything to do with the tickets, I do believe, for the finals. And then that overlay at the lower third will be coming up for the tickets. In fact, it's a full screen overlay.
I'm going to do some fancy stuff with my hands.
There you go. So yeah, so there's little packages for all sorts. If you want to be there with friends or otherwise, and different seats and so on. You can see on this graphic, and it has the relevant links for you to follow if you're interested in tickets for the finals next month. And yeah, CS:GO League is an important one because there were some awesome G2 matches. So if you missed those, if you were asleep in North America, check out the G2 matches. They're super fun to watch right now. They played against Fnatic and Virtus.pro earlier, and they did, I don't want to spoil it, but they did quite well. Scream and Strox are still just wrecking everyone. So it doesn't even matter who they play. That is a joy to watch. But that's all I wanted to add, James, because people should know. People should know.
Yes, they should.
They should know things.
Absolutely. So we are going to end on Corsair Rapid Fire Plays of the Week, which I think is from a previous week, but you will find out as you watch it. So thank you for tuning in, and we will see you back here tomorrow with more action from ECS.